The Effects tab houses all the tools for directly affecting and creating a special type of layer inside of Fantasy Grounds VTT. This is the Effects layer. Creating an effects layer can be done in a couple of different ways. One, we may click the Add Effects layer at the bottom of the side menu in our image workspace. We may also simply select an effects type and a new layer will be instantly created for us. Here I've created a clouds layer. Each of the effects layers carries with it visual effects that can be applied over the top of or underneath of other images. The effects layers interact with the system the same as all other layers do, with a hierarchical structure determining which will be seen above and below. If we were to drag the effects layer below our map, we will no longer see it as our map will be on top. Dragging it above again will make it visible once more. This is very useful when we want to have images above or below our particular effects layer. Effects layers are very useful for easily and quickly creating environmental elements as well as visual changes to our images. The types of effects layers that are currently available inside of Fantasy Grounds VTT are rain, snow, blizzard, mist, clouds, water, ocean, parchment, sepia, grayscale, time of day, adjust colors, and night vision. Each one of these elements can also be used with the mask system to specifically be shown only in areas as we wish it. There are some tools that we do have in this particular area that further enhance our ability to use the masks. And that is our mask blur functionality. To demonstrate this, I will add a mask to my clouds effects layer. As you can see, this has now removed it visually from the image workspace. By making sure that I have the reveal area selected and holding down Alt so that I can draw in any shape that I wish, I will now draw out a section of where I want the clouds to be visible. Once this is there, I can now blur out the edges of this mask to blend it in very easily to my surroundings. This will allow me to create areas that have specific visual functionality or to remove areas so that things make a little bit more sense visually speaking. Here we're also able to control, based off of the type of effects layer, any parameters that are exposed to us, such as the speed at which the clouds are going by, how intense those clouds visuals are, as well as shadows being cast by the clouds, and the offset of those shadows in comparison to the original image. By changing this, we will change whatever effects type parameters are available to us. Switching to snow, for example, and increasing the intensity, we now see that we have snow falling in a specific area of our map dictated by our mask. The edge of the mask is now blurred for a much better blending opportunity for our visual effect. Again, we are now able to control the amount of snow, the intensity, or how bright that snow is over our image, as well as the size of that snow, so it becomes more relevant to the size of our image and the speed at which it falls. By using these adjustments, we're able to create a fairly good facsimile of falling snow over this particular area. Masks may be added to and removed from at any time. by simply clicking on the hide area, I am now able to remove areas of the mask by simply drawing areas out in the image workspace. Holding Shift and Alt, I'm again able to add these anywhere that I wish. Shift will always do the opposite of whatever is selected, whether it is reveal or hide, while interacting with the mask system. Beyond creating animated events such as snowfall, other elements may be added, such as adjust colors. In the Adjust Colors tab, we're able to control colors a lot more effectively than we are with the tint. The way that colors are represented inside of Fantasy Grounds VTT is always additive. Therefore, images are never able to be created brighter than they initially appear, except with effects layers. Here's a good example of this. By moving in and increasing the brightness of those particular areas, we are now able to enhance that in any way that we wish. Again, we're using a blur on the edge of our mask and able to interact with this mask system to remove or add in any areas that we wish and change those colors appropriately. We can darken or lighten. We're able to change these colors and interact with the system any way that we wish. From doing subtle color variations to more dramatic effects, really the only limitation is our own imagination. It should also be noted that any export from this particular area will also include any effects layer information. Therefore, we're able to adjust colors on anything, export that image, and reuse it again in any way that we wish. Export feature inside of Fantasy Grounds VTT becomes unbelievably useful and gives us an avenue in which that we now no longer have any limitations in our creation process.